This is the TicWatch Pro 4G smartwatch. It's Mobvoi's latest addition to their smartwatch lineup. This is a successor to the TicWatch Pro, which I reviewed on this channel a while ago. So today in this video, I will be telling you all about the TicWatch Pro 4G smartwatch, the good, the bad, alongside the similarities and differences between the TicWatch Pro 4G and the previous generation TicWatch Pro smartwatch. So without wasting time, let's begin. First of all, the TicWatch Pro 4G smartwatch was just recently released in the UK. For pricing, this is going to run you around £250. I'll be throwing links down in the description section for you all. So let's quickly go through what comes in the box. Opening the box, you have the watch seated at the top. Underneath is the charging dock, which is also similar to that of the older generation TicWatch Pro. And lastly, there is a quick start guide. That's pretty much all that's in the box. You have to bear in mind you can only pick up this smartwatch in one color variant. Yes, one color variant, which is called the elegant black color. I just wish there were other colors to choose from, but unfortunately you only get this one color variant. The TicWatch Pro 4G smartwatch has quite a lot in common with its predecessor in terms of design, but there are quite a few changes. The top rim is still made of solid metal and it looks quite slimmer than the older generation TicWatch Pro, which makes its screen look a little bigger, while the casing is still made of nylon and glass fiber. It's still got a blend of the sporty and formal look to it, and it will suit more outfits better because of its black color. Underneath is still made of metal. There is the heart rate sensor and its magnetic charging pins. Taking a look at the display, it's OLED and still measures about 1.4 inches. And it still has the secondary LCD display, which is layered on top of the OLED display, so you still get days and weeks of battery life on this smartwatch. You still have the essential mode, which keeps the LCD screen always on, which saves you tons of battery life as it turns off most of its smart features and the color screen stays off. One thing to bear in mind is that once its battery drops below 20%, it automatically triggers the essential mode to help prolong the remaining battery life. Then there is the smart mode, which enables all the smart features of the watch, but it takes a hit on the battery life depending on usage. There is still the ambient mode, also known as the always on screen mode, which illuminates some icons, letters and numbers, basically to tell you the time. If you only use the secondary LCD display in essential mode, the LCD display still shows you the date, the time, your footsteps taken, and you can trigger the heart rate sensor to check your heart rate without having to use the colored screen. Both the top and bottom of the strap is still made of a very soft synthetic rubber material, and it feels a lot more comfortable on the skin, as the previous generation TicWatch Pro had some indentations underneath which harbored some sweat and dead skin, but the strap on the TicWatch Pro 4G does not have any indentations, so it's easier to clean. The strap is still easily detachable and swappable by releasing the metal pins underneath. You can then change them for any strap of your choice. There are two buttons for operating the smartwatch. The first is the power button, which is also used to access the app drawer, while the second button is still configurable as a shortcut button to perform certain tasks and access certain apps of your choice. It's IPX68 water resistance, so these will withstand splashes of water or even full submersion, so these are ideal for swimming. Yes, you can use them while swimming and they will perform very well. Setting it up is quite easy. Just download the Wear OS app for your Android or iOS device and then turn on your smartwatch, and it will prompt you to connect it to your phone, and then all you have to do is follow the instructions and you are good to go. It runs on Google's Wear OS, so you'll get all the features and benefits Google has to offer. There are lots of connectivity options available for you to use on this smartwatch. There is the Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, NFC, GPS. You can change your watch faces at any time. As you can see, there are lots of watch faces to choose from, and you can even download more of them from the Google Play Store. You've got robust exercise options on this smartwatch. You have your Tic exercise, which monitors your running, swimming, freestyle, fast walking and others. You have the Tic motion for monitoring your footsteps. You have your Tic sleep for sleep tracking, and then there is the Tic pulse for monitoring your heart rate. 24 hours heart rate monitoring is also available, but as always, the battery life is definitely going to take a hit if you turn that on. There is 4GB on board to store your music, apps, messages and other files. Via Wi-Fi, you can stream music from the smartwatch. Coming to one of the major features of this smartwatch, which is 4G LTE, so it supports eSIM functionality. You've got a microphone and speaker inbuilt into this smartwatch, so you can take calls on the go. Well, to activate the eSIM functionality on this smartwatch, you definitely need to talk to your network provider. Just talk to them and they will activate it for you, and you can make calls on the go without the need for your smartphone. I will also be throwing an eSIM activation guide in the description section below. You are getting 1GB of RAM as opposed to the 512MB of RAM on the older generation TicWatch Pro, which makes everything work a lot faster on the TicWatch Pro 4G. I experienced some lags and stutters when opening apps on the TicWatch Pro, but I haven't experienced that with the TicWatch Pro 4G. Apps open very quickly without any lags or stutters, and the whole operating system works a lot smoother, as the extra RAM makes a very huge difference. Even though the TicWatch Pro 4G comes with a Snapdragon 2100 chipset and not Snapdragon 3100. Triggering Google Assistant is a lot faster on the TicWatch Pro 4G. I'm really happy about that. You can program the second button to quickly access Google Assistant, or you can set the watch to recognize the phrase "Okay Google" when spoken. Okay Google, what's the weather? Well, now coming to battery life, there isn't much that has changed from the previous generation TicWatch Pro. On moderate use, I get about 1.5 to 2 days, and then on very heavy use, I get around just a day. Yes, you heard me right, so much hasn't changed. The battery life is pretty decent. You have your essential mode. Once you trigger that up, it can go for like 3 weeks. Yes, 3 weeks to a month. On 20% battery, it can stay for another 5 days to a week on essential mode. That's a very great feature that would come in very handy. You are still getting a similar charging dock to that of the TicWatch Pro. So charging these up is very easy. Just place them on the magnetic charging dock and plug the other end to your computer or adapter and you are good to go. One problem I had with the TicWatch Pro was that once the battery ran down completely and you plugged it in and charged it for about 30 minutes, I noticed that it gets uncomfortably hot, but that seems to have been addressed on the TicWatch Pro 4G, as I didn't experience any thermal issues whatsoever. To be totally honest with you all, there were some improvements I would have loved to see on the TicWatch Pro 4G. I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit thicker and with a bigger battery. That would have really helped to extend battery life, especially when you are using this on the smart mode. Notwithstanding, this is a very great smartwatch for the price. You are getting premium build quality coupled with all the functions, the essential mode, IPX68 water resistance, and the ability to make calls on this smartwatch. So that is quite impressive. One thing to bear in mind is that the eSIM 4G functionality is only available on Verizon in the US and on Vodafone in the UK, for now anyway. Very soon other carriers are going to support it. So in conclusion, I'll say Mobvoi did a pretty good job with the TicWatch Pro 4G smartwatch. As always, I'll be throwing links down in the description section for you all if you want to purchase the TicWatch Pro 4G smartwatch. Thanks so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you really enjoyed it, and feel free to check out other gadget reviews and comparisons on this channel. I am Ezekielo, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Adios.